The White House has revealed that Russian troops are being executed for retreating from the front line at the Avdiivka battlefront in Ukraine. News.com has learned that White House spokesperson John Kirby confirmed this information along with assertions that Russia continues to take significant losses. Kirby, addressing the press at a White House briefing, stated, "We have information that the Russian military has been actually executing soldiers who refuse to follow orders. We also have information that Russian commanders are threatening to execute entire units if they seek to retreat from Ukrainian artillery fire," he continued, per the White House. He created a context for the military withdrawals by saying, Russia's mobilized forces remain undertrained, under-equipped, and unprepared for combat. As was the case during their failed winter offensive last year, the Russian military appears to be using what we would call human wave tactics, just throwing masses of these poorly trained soldiers right into the fight, no proper equipment, no leadership, no resourcing, no support. Kirby then noted, "It is unsurprising that Russian forces are suffering from poor morale given all these conditions." Perhaps reinforcing Kirby's assessment of poor morale, News.com reported previously that Russian troops were relying on drugs to help them cope with life on the battle lines. One soldier recalled the levels of boredom faced by the troops and how they would rather suffer the side effects of synthetic drugs, amphetamines, and marijuana than while they're hours away. The intensified military confrontations in the town of Avdiivka have been ongoing since mid-October and have proved costly for Russia. On October 20th, Western news organizations became aware of Ukraine's claims that it had destroyed large numbers of troops and tanks. In the space of 24 hours, a staggering 1,380 Russian troops, along with 55 tanks and 122 armored combat vehicles, were reported to have been eliminated, per the Voice of Ukraine. These numbers contributed to a total death toll of 292,060 Russian soldiers since the start of the full-scale invasion. More recently, the Russian army, in its attempt to capture the eastern Ukrainian town, was forced to regroup due to the heavy casualties they suffered. As a testimony to the latter, Kiev claims that its adversary is losing more than 400 soldiers every day. Oleksandr Stupin, a spokesperson for Ukraine's southern military units, noted, "The enemy is trying to move forward and then we beat them back. So by no means can you speak of a fixed situation of some sort. Heavy fighting is continuing, though activity has subsided somewhat. The enemy is going through some kind of regrouping," said Oleksandr Stupin, a spokesperson for Ukraine's southern military units. It is worth noting that the Russian military strategy at Avdiivka has been to send forward small assault groups consisting of 30 to 40 men. At the time of writing, Russia is still trying to take the town of Avdiivka.